Just don't lose against AC Milan. That is all we need to do in today's episode, and we will be qualifying for the first knockout round of the Champions League on our first ever time in the Champions League. Just don't lose to AC Milan. Hello and welcome back to Rupel Boom or Bust. That is right, today it is AC Milan. It is also going to be Standard Liège in the league, a team who are definitely underachieving. We are a team that are definitely overachieving. If you're enjoying these videos and you're new here, make sure you do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well if you're also enjoying. Stick all your comments down in the comment section below. Let's get on with the episode. Last time out, we played Real Sociedad and beat them 4-0, didn't we? So, we looked pretty good again against Real Sociedad. We beat KV Mechelen in between episodes. We also beat STVV, Montero getting a couple of goals, Bakayoko, Piazza, Luis and Radakovic. I don't know why I did it in that order. That was 2 goals from the STVV game, then the goals from KV Mechelen, and then another goal from STVV. You can see what's gone on. In terms of the Jupiler Pro League, we are currently sat top of it, 3 points clear of Genk. We're looking good. We've lost 1 game all season, which is the same as Anderlecht. But yeah, we're looking good. I said at the end of the last episode, I think we are most likely going to be qualifying for the Championship group every season from this point on, which is probably what we should be doing anyway. And this is what the Champions League group looks like currently. 1 game left to play, obviously. It is Milan. We are 3 points clear. If we draw, we will go through. If we win, obviously, we'll go through. If we lose, we still might go through, as long as it's only by 1 goal. If it's by more than 1 goal, or they score more than 2 goals, I think. So if it's 1-0 to them, we'll go through. If it's 2-1 to them, I think we go extra time, or maybe just a random draw. We might still go through, actually. Goals scored. So, yeah, anything more than 2-1 might go their way, because then they'd score more goals against us. It's confusing and complicated. Speaking of confusing and complicated, coefficients. This is something I didn't look at the end of last episode, but we're going to have a quick look now. This season, we are on a 9.2. We are losing a 6.2, so we're going up by 3 points. And if we sort by coefficients for next season, Belgium move up to 8th. Now, I don't think this means anything in terms of qualification spots. Yes, maybe it does. Maybe it does. We'll go into effectively this position here, which might mean that we get somebody in a Champions League qualifying round slightly later on. We want to be here. We want to be 6th. There is still time for us to get 6th. However, we need to get 55. We're not getting 6th unless we win the Champions League, okay? We might get 7th at a push. Just don't lose. Just don't lose against Milan. I'm going to say this constantly throughout this episode because that's all we need to do. Don't lose. It's going to be Acosta in goal. Luis, Gabbia, Sio and Antwi at the back. Gabbia returns from his suspension, so he is good to go. La Rosa and Mafuti in the middle. Montero and Juarez on the wings. Juarez has also returned from a bit of an injury. Bakayoko and Faye will be our strikers. We are still missing Charlie Patino. He's getting there. 3 to 4 weeks. He's probably going to be out until possibly mid-January. So yeah, we might see him next episode. I think might actually be his first game back, depending on what I do for it. At the San Siro, we have to not lose. That's all we need to... I mean, we should have arguably set up to just be like a flat back 9. Just play 9 defenders and just sit back for the entire game. But that's not how I play Football Manager. I throw all my dice and I show all my cards on the table and I just go gung-ho and see what we can do. We've already beaten them once. So, I'm hoping that we've got the ability to beat them again. Although, we drew with PSG and then when we went to PSG, we got smashed 3-0. So, Maybe that also might happen. Juarez has nicked that. Good job. Where is he going to go? He's going the wrong way at the moment. Sibosiso Mafuti jumps over a challenge. He runs off to the right. La Rosa to Bakayoko. Faye has this now. Takes a few touches. Wiggles his way through. And Montero should have scored. Montero normally just puts them away. How has he not scored that one? Gabbia's free kick is straight at Luis. Back to Matteo Gabbia. Not a good pass from Matteo. And now Liao. Back to Zava. Across. It's Thalson Fernandez. Nandez doesn't get there. Antwi does. Juarez is going to run forward for us now. He's got Faye and Bakayoko in front of him. Across to Bakayoko. Bakayoko straight into Donnarumma. The highlights carried on as well from Donnarumma. He's kicked it long. Wake up. No. Wilfred, don't be doing this. Good save from Acosta there. Still 0-0. We just switched off defensively. We just switched off completely. PSG have taken the lead against Real Sociedad. Not that that means a huge amount. The ball is... It's a penalty. It's a free kick. It's a handball. We're fine. We're going to see the free kick as well. Acosta to Matteo Gabbia. Back to Acosta. Why did we do that? Like, what was that? Like, where was that in the game plan? La Rosa plays that ball forward but doesn't find anybody. We need to control this because at the moment it's a bit of a scrappy mess. Wagyu forward. Nandez. He's got lots of space to go into. Plays it across to Rafael Leao on the left-hand side. Luis tries to give him a kick. It's saved. It's saved again. It's not. It's gone in. It's 1-0 to Milan. This is going to be interesting to see what this does in terms of the league table. I think we're still ahead of them. How are they ahead of us? In what world are they ahead of us? We beat them 2-1. They beat us 1-0 at this point. So we drop down to third. If they score again, it's over. Zava has this. In the penalty area, goes for goal. It's an absolute rocket. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. Right, we need to score a goal now to shut everything up and equalise everything. Because if it ends 2-1, there is no way they can say Milan are ahead of us in the table because we've got better goal difference. Just don't lose to Milan. That was the only thing we had to do. And that's the only thing we are successfully doing. Half-time is going to be 2-0. That's what I wanted to say. 2-0 against Milan. I'm not happy. Point finger. I'm pleased? No. I mean, I expect to see a much better second-half performance. Like, no one's playing well. When you look at Bakayoko, Faye's all right on a 6-7. Juarez, Montero should have scored. Sisu Mafuti, La Rosso, Antwi, all playing garbage. Defensively, we're doing a decent enough job. But obviously, we have conceded a couple of goals. Oh, great, and now Gabby is injured. What is this injury? Potential arm injury. Right, Stedman's going to come on, which is... I'm weirdly okay with that. We're also going to take Juarez off for Piazza. Piazza arguably should have played this anyway because he's been playing a lot more football recently and doing a good enough job. I just like Juarez as a player because I think he's going to be better in the long run. Antoi's going to take this free kick for us towards the back post. Leao's going to get it clear. Faye's controlled though. Chance is still alive. Faye's got some space here. Faye has to score. How have we not scored that? We've got a corner, but it should be 2-1. We should be back into this game. Antoi's going to take the corner. It's towards the Luis. Okay. It's towards the right back, Jose Luis, straight into Donnarumma's hands. Our XG is 1.3, and we haven't scored. Theirs is 2, and they've scored literally 2 goals. Jose Luis has this ball for us, tries to cross, kicks it into the first man. Mafuti, though, forward to Piazza. Play that ball through. Does. Finds Faye. Faye this time has put that ball into the back of the net. And that goal might put us back ahead of Milan. I don't understand how any of this rule sorting is working. Because if we're not ahead of Milan, I don't know what's going on. We are. We're back ahead because on goal difference, we move ahead of Milan. So we can lose 2-1. Just don't lose 2-0, apparently. Or 1-0. Time's just disappearing. Time is disappearing. We've got... What's that? 7.5 minutes left to play. La Rosa's playing awful. Radakovic is going to come on. That is all of our subs. We are also... Oh, do we do this? Cautious. Just go cautious. Keep the same shape, but go a bit more cautious. We do have a highlight. Bakayoko with this. Plays it back to Radakovic. He's gone back to... Seriously, Radakovic. Wilfred Gnonto, whatever his name is in on goal. Acosta can save that one. That is good. That is not cautious play, Radakovic. That is reckless play and could cost us a Champions League knockout round. It's a throw. If we can draw, this would be superb. Luis is going to take this. Montero with it. Crosses in, hits the first man. Radakovic, Bakayoko facing away from goal. What a flick that was. Backheel it. Somebody, Piazza really should have scored that. I was hoping Faye would just backheel that into the back of the net. He didn't manage to do it. Time is ticking away. I can't believe I'm going to celebrate losing against Milan. But if it stays this way and we go through... I'm going to be very happy. We should win. Really, we should win. We've been the better side. Montero into the penalty area. He's gone for goal. Faye's there. We've missed another sitter. We should have scored about 3 or 4 goals in this. We're going to lose, but it's enough, right? Is that enough? The AC Milan manager's celebrating. Pochettino is celebrating. We should have won. How have we not scored more than 1 goal in that game? I think we're through. I'm now a bit confused. So are we through? It looks like we're through. We're second. We are second in the group, joint on points. We're through on goal difference. The results against were identical. We won 2-1. They won 2-1. We've gone through. Also, Liverpool putting 9 past Slovan Bratislava, apparently. Unlucky to Slovan Bratislava. Oh, it's not everything to celebrate, though. Gabby has fractured his wrist. Right, you can be out for 2 to 3 weeks. That's fine. And we have qualified for the first knockout round. We have qualified for the first knockout round. At the first time of asking. We were not good enough to get through that group. If, at the start, I say if you told me we'd finish second, you were lying. If you watch me, when we got this draw, I was expecting maybe third. We finished second. We won 3 games. We won 3 games. The only team we didn't beat was PSG. Right, so when is this draw? The draw takes place... When's the draw date? 13th of December. So, that's in this episode. This episode, we're going to find out who we're playing in the Champions League first knockout round. Let's wait until we get the draw. Let's go forward, play Standard Liège, put 4 or 5 past them, stay top of the league, and then Champions League again. Right, time to play Standard Liège, and this is what I'm greeted with. So, Gabi is injured, Siro suspended, Piazza's also injured. We've got no centre-backs. Let's fix this team. Philip Christensen, it is your time, my friend. You've played 5 league games for us already this season, which is probably not enough, but we need you now. You're actually pretty good, so I'm thinking it's not going to be too much of a problem. This is what we're going to go for. It will be Acosta in goal. No, it won't, actually. Davies Mwepu's going to get a chance. Davies, he's been here since basically the same time as Acosta, but he doesn't get any games, so we're going to give him a chance today. He's going to be making his debut for the club. It's going to be Luis Christensen, Stedman and Antwi at the back, Radakovic and Rossa in the middle today, Montero and Juarez on the wings, Faye and Bakayoko as our strikers. You know, the usual front 6, really. I guess Radakovic not so much. Standard Liège are having a bit of an off-season this season. They're down in 10th currently, so I think, although if they get a point from this game, they do move up to 8th. So they're starting to claw their way back. We're obviously still top of the pile. If we win, we remain 3 points clear. I think Genk and Anderlecht have played their 16th game of the season, and they must have won them to keep pace with us. So we are 20 minutes in. Nothing at all. Christensen, 6.5. Not good. 35 minutes in, and still nothing. Oh, no, wait, we've got something. We've got a thing. Timothy Fosu-Mensah is playing for Standard Liège. Fair enough. Gets that ball back. Let's steal this away, please. It's Ronaldo Vieira as well. Standard Liège have a very good side. Luis can't win that header. And Drecker, is he going to cross us in? He does towards the front post. Davies Mwepu holds on to this one. Why did I play a goalkeeper in his debut in this match? Like, why did I think that was a good idea? He's gone long. Faye heads that down. Didier Montero's controlled this. Go off to the right, buddy. There's a bit of space over there. He's been tackled. It's a wonderful tackle as well. And then Drecker is possibly going to get that ball forward. So far, there hasn't really been a shot. And Christensen's lost out to Dahl, who's going to go down the left. He's got, I think that's Matty Stedman with him. Stedman's not going to do too much. Dahl's shot was awful. That wasn't a highlight, was it? I think the game just felt sorry for me because nothing had happened for the first 40 minutes. Bodar's goal kick or free kick. Luis heads forward. Are we going to steal this back? Or are Standard going to do their little bit of passing football and get their way through? Christensen's been done there. He's been absolutely done by Dahl, and Dahl's effort is garbage. It goes wide. The game's just feeling sorry for me because so far we've had 2 highlights and both of them haven't been highlight worthy. It is 0-0 at half time. It's been awful, hasn't it? It's been an awful game of football. Thrash arms, I'm far from pleased. That has motivated quite a few people. Christensen's struggling. Christensen is struggling, but we don't have any other centre-backs. So we're just going to have to deal with it. We've got a couple of other sort of young players who I think will be good, but they're certainly nowhere near first-team standard. Montero with this. Juarez. Oh, Alonso Juarez has just smashed that into the back of the net. Completely out of the blue, to be honest. Completely out of the blue. And that is apparently his first goal in quite a while as well. We're 1-0 up, 2 minutes into the second half. That'll do. Let's end the match now, because I can't see anything else happening. Faye is having a bit of a bad game. So is Bakayoko. What is going on? Do we want to... Let's take Faye off. Let's bring on Talbi. Do we do any other changes? Maybe Radakovic as well. Let's bring on Mafuti. We've still got plenty of time left. We've got one more sub to do. We've got a corner. Juarez is going to take this. Stedman's there. Matty Stedman's hit the underside of the bar and it's cleared. Mafuti, keep this ball alive, my friend. Jose Luis has gone for goal and Bakayoko gets a little head on the end of that, making it 2-0. We got a bit lucky there. Stedman really probably should have scored that goal, shouldn't he? But it's gone. Instead, Bakayoko's the man to claim it. It's 2-0. Standard coming back, though, possibly with a corner of their own. Goes over the bar. Remains 2-0. We've got 23 minutes left of normal time plus any injury time. Standard have had literally one shot on target. So if they score twice, I'm going to be very annoyed. Timothy Fosu-Mensah with this. I don't know whether he's signed or whether he's just on loan. Ronaldo Vieira. Back to Fosu-Mensah. Is he going to run? He stops and goes to Vieira again. The two former English players. Two players who used to play in England is what I'm trying to say there. Antwi plays that forward. Lovely. Ryan Talby's in on goal. Talby should have made it 3. Hits it wide. Talby still only scored 1 goal for us, I think. He's not great, is he? He's got 15 finishing, but he still can't really score a goal. Montero He's lost out to Vieira, and now possibly Standard can break. Dahl has this. He's got no real support on the right, but he's got 2 players on to his left, or he can just go all the way himself. Mwepu can hold on to that one. Good job, Davies. I am a bit concerned about Christensen. 6.4, which he's not playing particularly well. When he plays, he doesn't play particularly well. Antwi's cross comes in. Stedman is there. And this time, Matty Stedman gets his goal. It's 3-0 against Standard Liège. After a boring first half, which literally resulted in 2-0 shots, we've scored 3 goals in the second. We've come out swinging, and it looks like we're picking up the 3 points, staying at the top of the table. 3 points clear as well. It's Amala to Balocchi. Now, Montemuro. Balocchi once again. Juarez, I feel like, might be getting a second yellow. It just worries me when I see players running around like lunatics. Antwi, lovely slide tackle. Christensen nicks that ball away somehow. I don't know how that worked scientifically. Like, there is no way that scientifically was possible, but it happened. La Rosa's not going to get there. Standard coming forward. Christensen's let Dahl get past him again. Dahl is just making Christensen look stupid. Dahl finally gets his goal. But that is Christensen's fault. Again, it's 3-1. We should still be winning the game. But yeah, that's Christensen he's not great at the moment, is he? He's really not good. It is 3-1 though. We do pick up the 3 points. The only player to not perform was Christensen. Or the only player who stayed on the pitch anyway. So that's the league table effectively at the halfway point. There is still one more game to go until we're technically halfway into the season. But we are top 39 points. Genk in second on 36, Anderlecht on 35, and then a little bit of a gap down to Bruges, Beerschot, and then a slightly smaller gap down to STVV. We're starting to see a bit of a divide in this league now, and luckily, we're on the correct side of it. We're on the top side of this divide. Davies Mwepu makes his debut. Good for you, Davies. 15 unbeaten. 15 games unbeaten in the Jupiler Pro League, ignoring the obviously the Champions League defeats. 15 games unbeaten. And Tahuahulu wants to leave the club. He's still here, by the way. He's still here. He's not great, is he? He's all right. He's not awful. He's all right. But yeah, he's not playing a lot, is he? I just kind of want to show you my under-21s as well. We still have Eden Hazard. He is still here. He is leaving at the end of the season because he's not signing a new contract. He's still not bad. He's just not good enough for us anymore. Who else have we got? Androzinho is also still here. I desperately want him to get loaned out because he's good. He doesn't fit our system. I want him to get loaned out, get better, bump that value up, and then we can sell him on. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Who else have we got down here? It's only really Tahuahulu. Wisdom Ubani also still here as well. But yeah, anyway, let's go forward. Champions League knockout round draw. Here we are then. Here are the options. So we are going to be in the unseeded teams. We can play Arsenal, Bayern Munich. We can't get PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Lyon, PSV, and Spurs. Lyon, maybe? Lyon and PSV? If we want to try and get somewhere in this competition, those are the 2 that you want. The rest of them, kind of want to avoid. So, Salzburg first up, get Spurs. Marseille, get Bayern. Good, that's one bad team out of the hat. Arsenal, our former team in a different life, also out of the hat. Chelsea versus Real Madrid. It's looking promising, you know. It's also Barcelona as the other team that we could play. PSV, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Lyon. It's Barcelona, isn't it? We can't get PSG because they were in our group, right? Yes, it's Barcelona. It's Barcelona. Their key player is this 22-year-old German central midfielder called Marco Kern. I literally don't have 3 players who I can combine the stats to get that one player. I mean, he's ridiculous. He's absolutely ridiculous. They've got Phil Foden as well, who, if I'm honest, he's garbage compared to the other guy. We are going to get so battered. Ter Stegen is still there. He is their number 1 keeper, which I guess he's a silver lining, maybe? I mean, sorting by fact, Mason Greenwood is there. They've also got Ihataren is there. Jeremy Doku, Trincao. They're good. They're really good. They're really... Look at the valuations. They don't drop down to single figures until here. And they're goalkeepers. Their cheapest players in their entire squad are just goalkeepers. We are going to get smashed by these. But that is not going to be next episode. Next episode, I feel like we need to do Genk. Because they are second in the table. Maybe we do Genk and Eupen. And then obviously the end of the transfer window. And then the episode after that is when we start the Barcelona mess. Probably with Club Bruges and Barcelona. And then maybe Barcelona and Charleroi. Depending on how badly that one goes, I guess. Just a quick look as well at the coefficients. We are still at 8th place. It's gone to, what was that, 10.5? No, sorry, 10.2 so far for this year. 42.9. I think arguably 7th is a little bit too far away. We've kind of been helped because Switzerland have been awful this season. I think they've been all knocked out early on and they are going to lose an 11.375. Switzerland are going to plummet down this because those 2 seasons are going to disappear. Hopefully, we're on the up. We're going to lose a 9.6 next season, which is going to be a big number to lose, but hopefully we're going to get more than a 9.6. So yeah, it's starting to look promising for Belgium as a nation as well. We need to still keep doing well. Just a quick check of the Europa League. Club Brugge finished 3rd in their group. Also, I think Genk... Was it Genk? Yeah, Genk lost every single match. No, they didn't. They won 1 game, but they finished bottom of theirs into the Europa Conference League. This is where we were looking all right. Ghent get through, and somebody got knocked out. Anderlecht got knocked out. Napoli and AEK. So we've only got a couple of teams now in the knockout rounds in their respective European competitions. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. So we lost against Milan and still got through, and now we have to play Barcelona, which I am kind of looking forward to, but also not looking forward to at all. Also top of the Jupiler Pro League, but I'm hoping from this point onwards, that's going to be quite normal for us. It's still a bit surreal for me, but I'm hoping we're going to get used to it. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember, like button, subscribe button, notification bell, stick all your comments down in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time for just some league action and some transfer business too. I'll see you next time.